Hello everybody, welcome back. This is unexpected part 6 of the Cherryburst build. It's going to be at least another week and a half before I can get down the Lays to pick up my ES and have my 76 looked at. I got some inlay work that needs to be done to that. I was going to take this down and have this switch hole reamed out bigger for a pot, because this had the PCB board with the 2 push pulls and the toggle switch for the boost. So I purchased this thinking, well, I'll just put this back in there, but then when I realized you had to buy the stupid switch and the jack and all that with the plugs on it, and if you didn't do that you had to buy the conversion kits, and I'm good on the PCB board, so we went with point-to-point wiring. So let's just kind of reiterate what we got going on here. Genuine Switchcraft Emerson 3-way switch, made in Oklahoma here in America. Here is the pots that we're going to use, and the jack. Also, Emerson pre-wired kit with the bumblebees. Here's the part number if you want it. They're like 160 bucks or so. So there, you can see it's got the 500K Pro pots from Emerson and their version of the bumblebees. I noticed they have 2 different ones here. I'll have to read more about it and see what the difference is in it and why. So going on, we already installed the 3-way switch in the Gibson poker chip. I've yet to install this because it goes on the jack plate, or the jack obviously. We did put genuine OEM Gibson mini humbuckers in here with the adjustable pole pieces. I don't know what the difference is between ones with the smooth top and ones with the adjustable poles, but I have the ones with the adjustable poles. I know in 2015, if you look at them, they came with the smooth ones that didn't have the adjustable poles on it. Maybe that has something to do with the electronics. I don't know. So all the more reason just to wire it like we're doing. I also bought the tone and volume pots from Stratosphere. The guitar body itself was purchased at Stratosphere, so the volume and tone knobs were purchased there. The pick guard, the bridge, and the tailpiece were also purchased at Stratosphere. They take them off of Gibsons with defects, like this one here. If you look at it, it would take you forever to figure out what's wrong with it, and I finally figured it out. It's obviously a book matched top, so this little knot right here, if you look over here on this side, the knot itself just has a little, it looks like a hairline crack, but all it is where the finish sunk into the knot. So it's, I guess you would call this a B-stock blemish. I also bought the back plates from Stratosphere because I wanted to go all cream on it. My dad suggested to go with all cream back plates too, so we're going to do that. The only thing I don't like is I ordered these Grover tuners off of eBay, and it said that they were like a vintage style, and I guess they are, but those are pretty bright white buttons there, so I may change those out. I found a set of buttons that actually match this binding a lot better, a whole lot closer, but they're like 34 bucks on eBay just for the little plastic button. So I'm kind of just waiting on that, because that's a lot of money just to spend on 6 black buttons. So anyways, yeah, the reason that I'm doing part 6 is because I'm tired of waiting to finish this, and it's it's going to be another week, week and a half, like I said, before I can go down south to pick up my guitar and have this looked at. And then if I go down there to pick up one, I'd have to drop off two. And I'd rather just drop off the one and pick up one and have this one done. So what we're going to do today is we're going to see if I can not fuck up a $1,300 husk. Because that's what I paid just for the body. So we're going to stick this reamer in the DeWalt 12 volt. I didn't get the 20 volt, I got the 12 volt one. Figured the 20 volt would be a little too much for it. But I think what I'm going to do here is, I'm going to say fuck it and I'm going to drill this thing. But I'm going to put some tape on it. I'm going to have to mark the reamer. Actually, I should take that back out of the drill so I can set the reamer in here and mark it so I know not to go any deeper than that, because I don't want this hole looking like, well, I'll just keep my comments to myself, but we want it to stay as tight as these ones, and we don't want it all sloppy. And we definitely don't want the finish chipped. So I'm going to double tape that there. Push. Make sure it's sealed real good, and hopefully this won't pull the clear coat up and chip the finish. Now, one good thing about this is it is a real Gibson, so the top is the top. It's not a laminate, so it's not going to chip off like a laminate would, but I sure can bust the finish away. So I guess without further ado, let me see if I can do this without fucking it up, because I've never done this. I'm gonna mark this real quick before I forget. Got a little bit of marker around the edge there, but you know what? You won't see it once you put the washers on. Alright. Well, here goes nothing, people. I just don't know how I should do this. I'm going to go in reverse so it's less aggressive first. Now I'm going to go forward a little bit. Yeah, that's real aggressive. It's digging in. Now I'm going to go backwards a little bit. And go back forward. And I'm not pushing. I'm just kind of holding it in there and letting the bit do the work, because that wood is really thin, so I don't want to blow it through either. So I'm going backwards again. Now going back forward. Backward. We're almost there. We're almost there. Real close. You hear that scream up the strings? Alright. I'm going from this way and clean it up a little bit. Alright, people. Let's see how bad this is or isn't. And it is definitely permanent now. Don't look too bad. You can see a little bit of the clear coat standing up. So what I'm going to do now, got these files that are, no, they're not flat, but they're not round either. So I'm just going to use this to go around and clean up this clear coat so it don't chip off. I'm just going real light. I'm not pushing again, letting this do the work. Now I'm saying this like I've done it before. This is my first time ever doing it. That's why I was going to take it to Lay's and have the professionals do it, because my wife says I fuck everything up. So didn't really want to touch it, but she don't like when I spend money on this stuff. She likes it when I sell them and I give her a bunch of money, but she definitely doesn't like when I spend money. So I figured I will try this on my own. This is one time where I think she would have actually told me, just take it to the guitar shop. Don't fuck it up. You fuck everything up. That's what she'd tell me. And then she'd tell me to quit spending money. So there we go, people. I think I got it. Pull these wires out. Now it's a little rough on the inside because the file didn't get that. And see, the hole is drilled deeper anyhow for that switch. So I'm gonna have to put some kind of spacer or something in there maybe. Or just a washer and adjust the depth of the pot with this bottom washer here. I don't know. We'll figure it out. We're about to try to stick those in here pretty soon. Get all this shit off of it. It's definitely a dusty project. Stuff out of the way. Alright, well, guess I gotta get a pair of cutters to get this off and wrench loosen these up. I guess The lesson of this video here is don't be scared to do shit on your own. I was terrified that I was going to screw it up. And look at, so far I didn't. Knock on wood. So this was where it would have been easier if I would have done what I just did earlier in the build. See if I can, I'm probably not going to be able to do this without losing all the washers down in there. No, it's not going to work. This is where you need one of those Tune-o-matic jigs that hold the guitar. We're going to cheat. I already dropped this on the face. I can't hurt it much more, right? Oh, there it goes wrong. At least it didn't go in the crack of the cement. Yeah, this is just going to be a pain in the ass. So I'll try to set them here. I don't imagine it's too much fun watching me struggle with this. Bastard. There you go. Yeah, they got a long ways to go before they are going to be anywhere near where they need to be. I guess I should make sure put them in right. I'm pretty sure that's the way it goes. The ground wire to the back. I better look at the destruction manual. Yeah. That's why they show it. Alright, we're getting closer. I'm going to move these before I end up laying the guitar on them. Alright, where the switch was, that's way too deep, so I'll have to adjust that. Take the other ones down a little bit more. One more time, I'm sure this won't be the last. Yeah, so I got real tired of waiting to do this and get it finished, so wish I'd have did this a long time ago. It's not as hard as it seems to be. We're just having a minimal amount of soldering here when we're done, and we'll be able to use it. It's looking better. This needs to go a little bit higher, yeah. It's not looking too bad. Let's see what happens when we put the washers and stuff on. Before I tighten them and stuff, I'll have to make sure they got enough room for the top hats to go on. Control and volume knobs, whatever you want to call them. Because if not, I'll have to adjust them a little higher so the knob doesn't hit the top. So again, this is my first time ever doing this with Les Paul, changing pots and stuff. I've changed pickups, active ones, that's pretty easy, it's all plug and play. This would be my first time ever attempting to solder anything in a guitar or drill a pot hole bigger. First time I ever drilled a hole in a guitar was actually for these Grover tuners, because this guitar came with that big ugly robot tuner on it originally. So lucky for me, that was one of the reasons I liked this husk, was because it had no holes in it whatsoever. So you had the option of putting whatever tuner in that you wanted without having to worry about using the same holes or having extra holes. So that was one of the determining factors on this guitar here. And I was going to get the 2020 50s style gold top, but at the time I already had the 2018 Classic, I had the 2007 all gold custom shop, I had the other Tribute, just like this most recent one, and the Steve Stevens, the gold top ES, which we're waiting on to get back. So I mean, it had a lot of gold tops, and I was like, all right, I have yet to buy a guitar other than the Strat. It has a little bit of wood finish on it because it's bursted, but this is the first guitar I bought Gibson wise that has a wood finish on it instead of a solid color. I've owned some Epiphones with some nice tops on them, but this was my first Gibson. So there you see it. I finally drilled all the holes or drilled the one hole. So now we have 4 pots in it now instead of the PCB board with the push pulls. It has 2 push pulls here and the boost. So long gone now is the battery and the PCB board, and there it is. It's making it my own, I guess you could say. It will look real good once it's all done. So I'm going to figure out how to fire up this soldering gun. Where's my notebook? Covered it up with the rag. I couldn't find it. Well, I just realized the solder that I have is way too big. So I'm going to do the solder later. Make sure that I have plenty of solder wick too, in case I screw up. I can suck the solder back up and not have a mess anywhere. So I guess it'll be a part 7, and part 7 will definitely be this finished. We'll put the jack plate in it, get these wires soldered up, and put the covers on it, and this will be done. Obviously I got to put the knobs on yet, but yeah, it's gonna look good. So guess I'm gonna let you guys go. If you're still watching, thanks. I know I'm very boring, but it is what it is. I'll get better. Part 6, we're almost done. And I did it myself. I didn't have to pay anybody. I encourage you guys to get balls and do it too if you're not doing it. It's not that bad. Worst thing you can do is fuck it up. There's people out there that will fix it for you. Alright guys, take care. I will see you next time. This will be done and we'll plug it in and see what it does. Thanks a lot.